the Israel-Hamas war. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's meeting with the Israeli Security Council has ended. The full Israeli government is now set to gather to vote on the ceasefire and hostage release deal announced by the president.
Until that time, Israel continues its offensive. Just hours ago, bombing a house in Gaza City with 40 people inside. Once approved, the ceasefire would formally take effect within 24 hours, with Israel pulling some of its troops out of Gaza. That withdrawal would start a 72-hour countdown for Hamas to release all remaining Israeli hostages. Celebrations erupted in Tel Aviv's Hostage Square and through the streets of Gaza as Israelis and Palestinians wept and cheered over news Wednesday night that the first phase of a ceasefire had been accepted. In what can only be described as a watershed moment, President Trump helped broker the deal between Israel and Hamas to end the devastating two-year war.
Peace in the Middle East. We secured the release of all of the remaining hostages, and they should be released on Monday or Tuesday. Getting them is a complicated process. I'd rather not tell you what they have to do to get them. There are places you don't want to be.
In the first phase, all 48 hostages, 20 of whom are believed to be alive, will be released by Hamas within 72 hours. Israel will release 250 Palestinians serving life sentences and 1,700 Palestinians detained by the IDF since October 7th. Israel will partially withdraw its forces, and hundreds of aid trucks a day will enter Gaza.
You remember October 7th was terrible, but also from the Hamas standpoint, they probably lost 70,000 people. That's big retribution. That's big retribution. But at some point, that whole thing has to stop, and we're going to see to it.
Wow, I'm just so happy. I'm dancing. I'm the happiest person in earth.
Former Hamas hostage Aviva Siegel overcome with joy. Siegel, among the hostages released in an earlier round of negotiations, recalling the mix of terror and hope that she imagines the others are feeling now.
I was told that I'm going home, but I didn't believe them because they used to lie to us all the time. To be there underneath the ground and to be begging to stay alive and doing everything I could to just stay alive, and nearly dead.
Keep in mind, this is just the first phase of the ceasefire, and Israeli troops will still control roughly 53% of the Gaza Strip. Lingering issues remain, including disarming Hamas, when Israel will fully withdraw its forces, and how post-war Gaza will be governed.
The president told his cabinet today that getting the hostages back will be a complicated process. Holding out hope he will see his son again is a Brooklyn man. His son was serving the IDF when Hamas attacked Israel 2 years ago. Lisa Rosner has reaction from him and also people in our area with family in Gaza and Israel.
As Hamas agrees to release all 48 hostages, Brooklyn native Ruby Chen is uncertain whether his son, American-Israeli 19-year-old Itai Chen, will be among the living.
We still have that glimmer of hope that maybe some miracle will happen, but we are preparing ourselves for the alternative.
The family had been told previously by the IDF he was presumed dead, and Hamas has not given an update. He also says the terror organization has claimed it cannot find some of the bodies it's holding.
On one hand, excitement because we see the finish line, anticipation, but also anxiety.
Izzy Carton is also cautiously optimistic. The Upper East Side resident proudly wears his pin supporting the hostages. However, in exchange for them, nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners will be released from Israeli jails. Among them, Hamas terrorist Jamal al-Hur, who kidnapped, mutilated, and murdered Carton's uncle Sharon Edry in 1996. He was 20.
But they're going to regroup and commit more attacks. And that is it's an emergency, that we have to get as much attention as possible.
The deputy director for the Council on American-Islamic Relations applauded the deal.
This is an important moment, and it was long overdue. The genocide in Gaza should have ended long ago. The hostages and captives should have gone free.
He commended people who spoke out for Gazans, like demonstrators at college campuses.
Well, sadly, the Israeli government is still, even to this moment, continuing to bomb Gaza completely unnecessarily because the cabinet has not yet officially approved the ceasefire deal. It's pure purely sadistic. There's no reason for anyone else to die in a war that's supposed to be over.
The second phase is still being negotiated, but everyone agrees for now, ending the violence is the priority. On the west side, Lisa Rosner, CBS News, New York.
Lisa has another report coming up at 6 tonight. She'll speak to 2 New Jersey residents close to this conflict. One is the cousin of a former hostage, and then the other is a man who says that he's lost dozens of family members in Gaza.